Ladies and gentlemen, look where we are. Signature Performance here in Costa Mesa, California. I hope I said that right. And you guys see that. I've always seen that signage right there. Hold on, let me zoom in. There it is. That's the sign right there, guys. Now, the reason why we're here, you guys see my trucks here. You guys probably remember this guy's truck over here. That's the guy that started it all right there. He started everything. And you guys know Jason. You see his truck in the distance right there.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to drop a like and a comment.
Yes, sir. This is hey, you are JB though, right?
I am JB.
You are JB.
There's a funny story about that.
I know, we have to tell that story. So, hey, what's up, brother?
What's up, man?
What's up?
About time you come back.
Dude, I've been missing you, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw your truck last, I mean, what did you do on the front end, dude? Like, you keep making me spend money. Stop it.
So, I wanted to put a light bar in the front of the truck.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want to put round lights. I wanted to put a light bar, and that bar now is in place. We got some brackets made. They're not one-offs because I'm not into like the whole gatekeeping, like, oh, it's just me that got it. So the place that I worked with, they actually manufactured and designed and manufactured a set of brackets. So you at home, if you got the same thing, you do the exact same. So now you got fog lights, now you got a 40-inch bar in the bumper.
Yeah, I might have to do that. You might have to turn it on for me in this video. You've done a video on this before.
So I'm waiting for the switch panel.
Okay.
We're getting a custom switch panel made. I really liked how the factory one was down in the center console.
Yeah.
But I don't like where the factory fuse box is underneath the dash because it's a long story. But I don't like where it's at. So I'm going to be using a Switch Pros.
Okay.
But they're recessing a Switch Pros into my center console, so it looks real nice and clean, not like an afterthought where it's like a mount on top of it like what you've been seeing on some of the others. So I'm being patient because they're custom designing that right now.
All right, well, send me the website, I can buy it from you because I might. That light bar looks absolutely insane on the truck, but that's okay. So you did the what are these fog lights called too?
Those are S1s from Baja Design.
Yep, S1s.
Yep.
And they fit. They're like snug in there too.
Those are perfect. That's exactly the size of them. So it literally mounts in place perfectly.
Good beam pattern and everything too?
Yeah, no, really nice. So this is a fluted style lens, and you can change out the lens to a clear lens, a non-fluted to where it's a little bit more projected. So they have different lenses to project the beam in different directions. This is a fluted one.
Gotcha. Yeah, it looks so good.
And then this light bar also, if you notice, see how this is like clear, and then that's got like that's what they call flute, so that disperses the light in different ways. So this is a combo light.
That is nice. And how many inches is this again?
40.
40-inch light bar fits perfectly.
Yep.
Right here, guys. Good stuff. Well, you know, Jason, are you ready to be like the big boy? See, Nick is flexing on me. See, he rolled up here, and the first thing I saw was that right there. So, guess what, dude?
Oh yeah.
You're getting some of those too with me.
I'm getting that right there, folks.
You know what that is?
Yeah, that's a shock.
Yeah, he's learning, man, dude. Yeah, you know more than me now, dude.
And if you follow me to the front, guys, this is what I'm going to get next. Is this 40-inch light bar right here.
And you're gonna get a winch too, aren't you?
And a winch.
Yeah, I got that on order, by the way.
Okay.
Once I figure out how to get it in there, it's not the one that comes for these trucks, so I got to figure out how to get it in there. Nice. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, Signature Performance. Who can we meet here today? We gotta.
So you're gonna be meeting Jimmy. He's one of the lead reps here that takes care of a lot of the sales. There's Jimmy. There's the owner also as well that you see in a lot of the videos. But Jimmy's who you're gonna meet today. He's gonna be taking care of Jason and getting the truck, with the 4-inch kit with the reservoir shocks also.
Awesome. Let's do it. Well, let's really quickly walk over to Jason's truck because we always have to remind people, why do we lift a lifted truck? Why would you lift a lifted truck?
Well, I want to start off by, there's a lot of people that, like, let's just say if you're on Facebook more or less, because there's a lot of guys that are like, oh, why would you buy an AT4X or an AEV or a ZR2 and take off the Multimatic shock package, or modify the factory suspension? So GM made these trucks with a 2-inch front lift kit and then a 1.5 block in the back to bring up the truck, the stance. So it looks really good, looks really nice on the 35s. The problem with that is that it's actually lessens the droop travel of the suspension, so it rides a little harsher. Yes, they talk big claims with the Multimatic shocks. They are a great shock, but still you can get more out of it. And anytime someone wants to lift it up higher, because there's a lot of talk online, hey, I want to level out my AT4X or ZR2, we do a D-rake kit for that. So then you lower the rear so you don't disturb the front. Or the next step, to go a little bit further on the investment, is to go to the true 4-inch lift, which will net you 2 more inches over your factory 2-inch lift, which will be a total of 4. But instead of, you know, stretching out the leveling kit that these trucks actually come with, it's actually doing a front cross member drop. It's dropping down the spindles, elongating the spindle span. Everything's getting, you know, put back into the correct geometry, actually better geometry than what this truck package comes with, the AT4X and ZR2. It's gonna better the geometry, and it all just ends up being a way nicer driving experience, as you saw with your truck.
Absolutely.
Your steering got a lot easier.
Yes.
Less, you know, binding and whatnot, and then obviously the ride quality as well.
Yeah, that harshness is taken away. Like, that's something that you noticed when you drove my truck. You said the harshness is gone.
Oh, completely gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just, it's so smooth, it floats almost.
Yeah.
Hitting bumps.
Absolutely.
And this isn't like, you know, Kool-Aid or just marketing jargon. What it comes down to is that when the AT4X goes off the showroom floor, the tie rods are at an angle, and the tie rods are connected to a center link. Well, that center link has an S-bend on the end. You can go underneath your truck and look at it yourself and follow along with what I'm talking about after you hear what I'm saying. And then when the angles are like this on the tie rods, every time you're trying to steer, it's going back like this and it's twisting the center link, which then gives you flex in your steering wheel. And it also just binds up as well. When you do the lift kit, everything's gonna get nice and flat and horizontal, so it's gonna be a direct push and pull. It's gonna be at the strongest position to get the best steering feel and drivability out of the truck.
Yeah.
That's why. That's exactly why.
Yeah, and I like what you said. It's not Kool-Aid. If you go under these trucks, like you said, actually, no, let's do it real quickly. We're here. We'll show them. This is a factory suspension truck. Nothing's been done. And if you want to turn up the torsion keys before you lift your truck, be my guest. I did it. And yeah, won't do that again. So you guys see those angles, right? You see the CV axle, tie rods?
So this is your tie rod right here.
Yep.
And it's an angle. And then if you kind of go in there, like maybe go underneath right here.
Yeah.
You'll see the S-bend in the center link, and that is why it twists back and forth like this, right? And that's the flex that you feel in your steering, or the binding that you feel. And when the truck is done with the lift kit, this tie rod is going to be nice and flat like this.
Yep. Oh yeah, I'm excited for Jason. Jason's been itching.
And just so we're right here, and I want to show.
Yeah.
So here's your upper control arm, and here is the service perch for the frame. So obviously this control arm cannot travel down any further than this service perch. This control arm is not developed to touch this service perch because the shock is going to stop it beforehand. But let's just talk about if this truck was cranked up higher, this control arm gap to the service perch is going to lessen. The lesser space that you have there means you have less droop travel, which you have less movement, and it binds and tops out a lot faster. It's almost like you would get mad if you drove out of the shop and they put too short of a shock underneath your truck. That's kind of the same theory. A short shock is going to limit the suspension travel, worsen the ride quality. That's what happens when you crank up the front end. You basically put more twist on the bar, which is going to stiffen the bar, but you're also limiting the downwards travel, and as you're hitting something, you're gonna pop up and it's gonna go thump, and it's gonna thump, and that's where the rough ride's gonna get. It can't freely move. So we're gonna solve that. We're gonna gain him more travel. This truck right now only has 2 inches of droop travel. When it's done with the 4-inch kit, it's gonna be sitting 2 inches taller, and it's gonna gain 2 more inches of droop travel. So it's gonna be a total of 4 inches of droop travel. And that's with the McGaughys 4-inch kit. That's with the upper controllers from McGaughys, and then billet ball joint caps plus the M84 series shocks. But it's not the shock, it's the control arm with our suspension kit is going to give you a little bit more percentage of overall travel, which is going to be a better ride quality.
So I was going to explain all of that to you guys, but I'm glad that my friend took care of it for me. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Absolutely. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's go inside. Let's meet the guys. So, Jason, you drove 1,200 miles round trip basically to get here.
I did.
And the reason why, guys, is these guys do these kits all day, every day. And if you want it done correctly, they do it here. They know how to do all the cuts. They actually paint. They have a service that you can pay for where they're gonna paint all of that raw metal underneath the truck. That way, if you keep your truck lifetime, you know this is your last truck. They do everything here, guys. So let's go inside, meet the guys, and then we're gonna let Jason's truck get lifted. The right way with McGaughys.
The right way.
The right way.
Mr. Jimmy,
What's going on?
this is my guy, JB.
What's going on, dude?
What's up, brother?
Pleasure to meet you.
So I heard this is a place to get
This is
all things truck done.
this is the place to be, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to have you in front of the camera this time, huh?
Yeah, right? Usually I'm behind the camera.
Usually you're making fun of me behind the
That
camera.
is true. That is true. This guy's pretty funny to film sometimes. He talks about how he's gonna throw up, pass out, and he does good. And that's the funny thing. So yeah.
It's a little different now. My heart's still racing, but I don't want to throw up this time. Which is
Dude, that's good. That's good. And it
making
looks
progress.
it looks like you prepared him too. He has a McGaughys shirt on too, right?
These guys are
Yeah.
always wearing a McGaughys shirt. That's the
Always
greatest.
got to rep the best.
All right. So what's one reason why you recommend the McGaughys?
Just one. Is that all?
Oh, I mean, this one, like, give them something, right? I mean, you're gonna
Give
do
us,
three.
give us the best two things
Yeah,
that,
there you
that
go.
you feel are very important.
Say ride quality and all the angles.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty important to me. Obviously, these Chevy trucks, and you guys know how it is. They don't ride the best from the factory. So having a true 4-inch kit that goes up and true travel and all the good things that we talked about in our videos, I think is pretty important.
Absolutely.
And obviously, just the ride quality. I've driven 50 plus trucks already, and they all ride way better than they first came in. So
Yeah.
I think ride quality is definitely the best. And then just all those CV angles and tie rod angles and ball joints, all that stuff. I think that all pretty important.
Yeah, because you don't want the customer to have to come back in a couple years to redo all their pitman arms and idler arms and
And that was a main issue back in the day in the 01 to 10 platform.
Yeah.
Consistently, ball joints and tie rods within 40,000 miles, even if they try to do the best suspension and stuff like that. But then in 2011, GM did a revision to their whole chassis and suspension platform, which is now what we're kind of in on the new 2026s and whatnot. So GM has made a step forward and made things a lot beefier, but then in the world of suspension modifications and a lot of people wanting to do leveling kits, the suspension gets stretched out and then it's just hitting the max suspension stroke really frequent and harsh. And that's why we try to set everything at the correct angles at 4 inches. So you get the ride quality, you get the ride height, and you're not going to be, terrorizing on your front end components.
Yeah.
And just like you experienced,
Oh yeah.
first thing that you jumped in the truck and said, it steers way better.
Yeah.
And that's because that's the tie rod angles. They're
Yeah.
not binding up the steering.
Yeah, you're not
angles.
fighting the suspension, the steering as much with this kit too.
Yeah.
And one thing you said too, like, do you guys do leveling kits? Because you got the El Cheapo guys out there, I get it. Sometimes the cheapo guys need their leveling kit. I was that guy too, so I'm not making fun of them, but I used to be that guy too.
We fit everybody's budget as best we can.
Yeah.
I think education is obviously pretty important too, right?
Yeah.
Like the guys who do just want a leveling kit and stuff like that, I don't think we just run and just automatically just try to get the sale. We're like, hey, this is your leveling kit, this is the 4-inch.
Yeah.
Give YouTube videos and information and like education and say, hey, these are what all the options you have.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a little bit of a price difference, but at the end of the day, let the customer decide.
I will add in there that leveling kits aren't bad.
No, they're not.
If you're using them within the right ride height, leveling kit is 1 to 2 inches. That's technically a leveling kit. The problem is that today's world, everyone's, their marketing has said, 3 inches, 3.5. I had someone say that someone's got a 4-inch leveling kit now. And so what happens is that the general public that doesn't know, they think that you can get that properly, but the problem is they're not realizing that it's overstretching it. And that's really where the problem lies, is that people are trying to get, let's just say, for example, like, these Chevy and GMC HDs, they want 37s underneath the truck.
Yeah.
Well, can you fit it underneath the leveling kit? Yes, you can, but the leveling kit is going to be used at its max ride height, which is going to jeopardize ride quality, the angles, and everything else in between. Can that happen? Can you do that? Yes, shops are doing it. Yes, they're selling them. Yes, people are driving on it, but they don't realize what they're missing out on.
Yep.
And they think a 4-inch kit is too high. But then when you start doing the math and measuring out a leveling kit that's stretched out versus a 4-inch kit that's properly ride height, you're fractional. You're half an inch, maybe even a 1/4 inch difference in ride height, but you're getting the benefits. So that's really what it comes down to. Do they still, do people still use a lot of leveling kits? I'll recommend a leveling kit to a guy. As long as he's not trying to over-tire it, too large of a tire or too large of a wheel. As long as he's using within what is, deemed to be the right setup, perfectly fine. You'll have the results. But the 4-inch kit is that much better.
Yeah. And last thing, you said this in another video a long time ago. A lot of people will decide not to lift their truck a second time, especially with the GM trucks, just simply because they did stretch out their suspension and it rode worse. So like you said, right? Do it right the first time. That way you can enjoy your truck and you don't have to worry about spending more money in the future. So
people are buying it as a 4-inch lift kit, or they're buying it because it's a problem solver to solving their problem of a stretched out kit. So they're, obviously looking to fix things, and now it's a problem solver. So it's sold one of two different ways, but ultimately it's a good direction.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise. And see you guys tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
See you tomorrow, brother. Can't wait.
Look at Jason's truck. They already got the M84s on. They got the 1 3/4 block back here. Also, oh wow, they're getting it done, dude. They are getting it done. Wow, they already have the upper arm.
Extra to get all the parts put back on.
That's okay. At this point, you might as well, right? So they're gonna be painting all of his stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
His CV shafts and stuff like that, they're right there.
Oh, nice. Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, Jason's gonna be happy, dude. They're getting in it, so.
Sweet.
Let's go ahead and end off this video. We gotta show them something real quickly. So, just so you guys know, this is the next day. And I wasn't expecting my truck to get done. But Nick Vasquez works pretty fast. If you are out here in California and you're not reaching out to him, you're crazy. Look at this. Already done. Come on, man. I wasn't expecting this to get done until Friday, and we already got the M84s on the truck. And I guess next video we gotta go ahead and give impressions on this.
I think it's time for you to go and drive it and see what you think.
Yeah, real quick, hold on actually. Look at that, guys. Oh, these are heavier, like you said.
Yeah.
So a little bit of weight savings there. This is, and we're not gonna say anything about Multimatic. Multimatic has a good suspension. But I think when you guys get my impressions on mine, you're gonna see why we decided to go with the M84s. And one thing I like about McGaughys is they still give you this, what's this called again?
Shock spacer.
Shock
so
spacer.
You can still use this shock.
Exactly, and that way you're not stretching it out too, so you still get the best benefit of this shock. So, and I made that point real quickly because I want you guys to understand, we did not change anything in terms of the suspension. This would be worse.
So a lot of people, I've had people ask, like, how does the kit utilize at 4 inches the factory shocks? Are they overextended, and so on and so on? Real quickly, the front shock spacer accommodates for the new ride height, 4 inches, and in the rear there is no extra needed difference because you're only going up a 1/4 inch, and the shock still accommodates for that. So it's just in the front. That's how the shock is still utilized in the kit for the people that just want to stay with these shocks. Because there is still a lot of people that are still happy with them. But obviously, if you're not, then we have the next step.
Well, and that's why
soon we're gonna have the next step. You have the next step. I have the next step.
Guys.
But soon enough, I'm hoping mid-September, late September, that publicly we will be able to release them to the public. We're just trying to catch up with the demand right now with some other stuff, and then once that happens, then we're going to release them.
Heck yeah.
So yeah.
Well, stay tuned to the next video, guys.
We're excited to see JB's impression.
I'm so excited, can't wait, dude. Let's go ahead and get this done.